Hey Zany, how you doing? Sorry it's taking me so long to get this put together for you, but I've had just a lot of this type of garbage to put together for people, and I kind of got to take them as they come and prioritize them as I get them. So I did finish yours. I'm going to show you real quick about what I did for you. Let me get this out first in case you want it. As you can see, I put a power cord on this, guys. Alright, if you want me to put a power cord on it for you, I don't know, I'll charge you $5. You just got to make sure that when you plug this thing into power, okay, you go over here and you look at this. Actually, this one's a little easier to look at. When you plug it into power, one says neutral, one says load. Okay? Line and neutral. The narrow part of the plug here, that's the load side or the line side, and that's the neutral side. Okay, so if you're going to wire this up yourself at home, it's not that big of a deal. Get yourself a polarized plug like this one is. It's got one narrow, one wide. The narrow slot side, that's the load. Okay, again, if you don't want to do it, I usually keep these. They're about $5. Okay, so here's the deal with this. Let me grab a handful of let's just grab this guy. Okay, so this is an unfinished control center, but you'll kind of recognize this. You'll see that these things are just like what you have already. So what you're going to do is, one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to pop off the yellow that you already have. All right, the yellow, that's the input output for the humidifier, right? Okay, so I want you to take a small screwdriver and I want you to pull this little guy. This guy's just screwed in here so that you don't lose it. Okay, so unscrew this. See that little guy right there? That's the bridging circuit, or a shorting bar. Okay, so you're going to undo this little guy. You're going to take your existing yellow terminal off your existing bar. You catch it on the top, you snap it on the bottom, you make sure that that plate is on the outside. Then you're going to take these really carefully, you're going to drop it down in there like so, and you're going to screw these guys down. Okay, make sure you don't cross thread them. Alright, I'm not going to screw them down all the way. Then what you're going to do is you're going to lift off the remaining of your already bridged, like the white set. You're going to snap it down. These guys just come off like this. Just take the both that are bridged at the same time, snap it down, etc., etc. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. Take these back off before I misplace all of it, because this is a customer's. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to take apart your existing guy. I've actually got yours, what you got up there on the monitor. Okay, there it is. So you're going to take that existing guy apart and you're going to put it back together down here. Okay? Give you 3 screws so you can attach this into the back. I think you already got some of that. You have those 2 DIN rail end caps, the end pieces. You just undo them with a screwdriver. You'll figure it out. Put them on the rail, squish them together, put it back together. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. Now, what is some of this stuff? The key here The key here is that you'll notice that this gray set is bridged over to this yellow set, and that's the way why I set this up the way that I did. So what happens is that when you get a signal here on your yellow, you can attach your fans to this block, and it will go ahead and it will light up your fans when the humidifier comes on. Alright? Now, you think, well, Ray, you know, electricity travels both ways, so that's a problem, because now when my fans come on, it's going to light up my humidifier. Well, that's not the case, because this is a diode terminal, okay? And you'll note it's polarized, so it works this direction to that direction, but it doesn't work that direction to this direction. All right, it only works one way. It's just like a gate valve for your electronics, okay? And that's this little bugger right here. So whatever you do, don't screw up the polarity of this. If you take this and put it here, put that in the other way, then what happens is you're going to get things that run backwards. They physically won't run backwards, but what will happen is when the fans come on, it'll go ahead and turn the humidifier on, which will totally foul up your, it'll totally foul up your RH. If you're just going ahead and you're running your fans full time, it doesn't matter. Like I said, this is just if you decided to go momentary fan. We can talk about setting that up later. This allows you to do that. So don't take this stuff off and don't mess around with the wiring, because you're just going to get yourself in a bind. Take that back. That goes to my other set. Okay, I'm probably just going to shove this in an envelope. As you can see, it does work. I'm going to let it burn in for a day. Just let it run. It is polarized on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to leave this red and green wire attached to it. I'm just going to pull this stuff off, so that this is just so that it tests, and I make sure that there's nothing wrong with the power supply. These guys are just going to jump right in. Let's go back to this real quick. These guys are just going to jump right into the red and greens over here that you already have. So you're going to pop all of this stuff off. It doesn't really matter what order they're in. You're going to pair the yellow to the yellow, and you're going to use this little jumper. Okay? You're going to stack the rest of these guys on it. Then you're going to take the red and the green that are down here on the power supply. And you're going to run them into the red and green up here. And that's going to go ahead and give you 12 volt power at the red and green. Okay? If you already have a cord that's running in here, you can go ahead and put that into your power supply instead. You can either run your cord in here and then jump this out onto your power supply, okay? Or any way you want to do it. If you have questions, you can just give me a call, you know that. I kind of forgot that you had the black and whites. I don't give those to everybody, so since you already have the black and whites, and those black and whites are probably wired, you can come in, put the black over here to line, put the white over here to ground, because this is just a temporary pigtail for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video off to you. Just answer me whether or not you want the cord. If you don't want another cord, then I'll send you the $50, or you'll send me the $50. This guy, you take a little screwdriver and you release it from the DIN rail. Okay, comes right off the DIN rail. Because when I ship it to you, I'm probably going to lay it down like this so that I can get it in an envelope. So when you put it on, just make sure that the pawl here is pushed down. Lift it over the top, snap it on, push that up, and you're back in business. You're all done. Okay, pretty much self-explanatory. I'm not going to bother to edit or do anything. I'll just throw this video up on the private section. You'll get it in an email. Watch it. Let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, this is going to be running. Let me know about the cord. No cord. I'll send you the bill for the 50. We'll be set. Thanks, man. Talk to you soon.